User representatives from Licany, Mr. Keita, Honorable Jabo, Brother Franklin Wuse, our special guest tonight, fellow Liberians, Mr. Chairman. Well, first of all, I bring you greetings from the President of the Lord, Honorable Licany, myself, Chairman Toto, and the National Board of Directors, members of the National Leadership Council that's headed by Tyler Miller, which is the president of the New Jersey chapter. She's the longest serving president of a chapter within the union, so we call her the Doyen. It is always a pleasure to be here in your midst. I want to thank you, especially those who participated in the planning stage of the very successful ULA Red Carpet Inaugural Ball, which was highlighted by your presence, the presence of Licany. You know, you have always made a pride. The president and myself, in fact, we were on the phone yesterday talking about Licany. We're going to pay you a special visit. As soon as you let us know which meeting you want us to come here, because you know when you are part of the presidential team, that's going to be a very fantastic thing that we're going to put out. So we just tell all the time you want us to be here. We are coming again to thank you for all your efforts, all your contributions to the just ended July inaugural event. Besides that, I was just asking you, Staten Island was selected to host the so-called national July 26th. But that is not going to overshadow the Licany's planned program. Is that what it's right here? Yeah. Staten Island is going to have it, I think, the week before Licany. And of course, I'm going to be at both events. We'll try to do our best. And, there are some people here in this hall and even outside that will be added to the committees that we are setting up, because the committees are being formed. We do not have the membership for few members from your chapter will be added to the existing committees. And I'll be talking to a few people after here. I don't want to name people, but I think Risha needs to be promoted to the July Youth. We're going to set out a committee. A chairman has been named. The chairman is Mr. Reed from Atlanta. But we need to talk, because we need some youthful flavor to the national team, to be on the sport team. I think at the next meeting, Brother Keita will have to come back here, because the ULA inaugural report is being planned. We haven't come out with the proper how much you got, how much we lost. So all those things will be done before the next meeting. I think Keita, you will have to give me a chance to come and report to these people, because transparency is very important. We want to know how much was collected so that it can go on record. You don't want to be calculating or speculating that this is the amount that was collected, but you let them report it. So all these things are going to be something that we want to talk about. Well, there are a lot of issues that I don't want to go into the little commotion that happened here, but I'm very happy that the brother came back with the advice of Keita came back, and I think few people talked to me, apologized, and we expect that. These things happen, especially when people meet. He's a young man, give him a chance, but I hope next time such behavior will not be repeated, because we are leaders and we have to go as time goes on. I was taking those times, some of the events, some of the stuff you guys were saying, but I think I don't want to be repetitive. Basically, that's what I want to add. As I said earlier, we are going to come here as soon as you let us know. We'll be coming here. And to get a close, I want to say that I'm very impressed with the fantastic setting of this place. I think anybody who comes here, when you see the Liberian community assembled here, they will give at least respect for that. I want to thank you, members of your community, for such a good job. And I hope it will continue. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a New Yorker. I work in Manhattan. I live on Staten Island. So I always declare myself to be a sub-member of both the community. So, thank you very much for the opportunity given to me. And the Millennium Group, Mr. President.
Yes, sir.
Are you still the president? I want to be a member.
President for life.
Again, this is a clear testimony that we are doing a great job here. To have our national vice president in our midst, it's not easy. But again, thank you, sir. At this point, we're going to present Mr. Franklin. Franklin Wilson is the chairman for the Center for Intellectual Discourse, Intellectual Opinions of Liberia. On March 26th, this young man spoke at ULA's inaugural the afternoon session, at the hotel, and I was very impressed, with his presentation and the information that he had to give, to the association, and especially, having traveled all the way from Liberia to have attended the event. I thought that, it was we couldn't let him just leave, without bringing the aim, the goal that every time a leader, whether a leader or just someone, who has organization back home, whenever that person passes through America, we want to make sure that we invite that person in our midst. Because if you have not come in the midst of New Yorkers, then you're not visiting America. And so tonight, we have here Mr. Franklin Wilson, chairman of the Center for Intellectual Opinions from Liberia. So we said it's going to give us a few minutes. He's going to enlighten us a few minutes, 15 minutes or so, and then you will get a chance to ask him, some questions, some concerns you have. He can address those for you tonight. And let us be mindful also that we're out of here 9:40. Okay, and even before that, there are other things that we want to put in place, because there's that one ballot, the 50-50 going around. We want to make sure that we get that 50-50, done tonight. So, Mr. Wilson, with all due respect to you, sir, the community is all ears. Thank you.
You pardon my manners, please. I've got to take up this coat. I'm not too comfortable with this. For some of us, we are not used to wearing coats. Wear the jeans and the t-shirt. Mr. Vama Escofana, National Vice President of the Union of Liberian Associations in Americas. Mr. President, officials and members of the Liberian Community Association of New York, am I correct? Yeah. Lina? Oh, Licany, right? Fellow countrymen, distinguished ladies and gentlemen.
You see now?
I'm going to speak to you in familiar terms. I may not have the fluency of tongue as you, because of probably the kind of environment you've been in for the past 10 or 15 years or more. I'm the one who takes the raw gari and red oil for breakfast. And sometimes that will be the only meal that carries me for the day. But let me begin by saying that I bear huge admiration for the Union of Liberian Association's New York's chapter. I was at the occasion, and I quite vividly remember Mr. Keita there. Even during my post, meeting with the president, I was telling him, I said, look, the uniqueness of our brothers from New York is something that I'm taking back home. And the way Mr. Keita and the lady he mounted the podium with, drove the issue of the rally, I was moved. we have these kind of people with that kind of innovation, then I think our country will get better. Okay, I bring you warm greetings and sentiments of high esteem from the Center for the Exchange of Intellectual Opinions, whose acronym is CEO, the country's biggest and most vibrant intellectual platform. I have not come here today to speak to you in a way and manner that will sway your minds against the government of Liberia. But I just hope in my faint effort to paint a picture of what is obtaining back home, I will be able to strike a chord with you. And permit me to limit myself to, because of time, just 6 key points of discussion. Poverty, the poor health sector, regional inequalities, corruption, dual citizenship, and of course, the road to 2017. So I'm going to be as brief as the tenure of Moses Blah. I would prefer this be interactive. You can ask your questions, and the ones that I can answer, I will answer. The ones I can't answer, you can call back Liberia to help you. Let me begin with poverty. My fellow countrymen, you need to be reminded that our country, our beloved country, is poverty-stricken.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
So much such that when you walk throughout the principal streets of Monrovia, I said Monrovia because I don't want to talk about the hinterland or the rural areas. Then it is far worse. In the principal streets of Monrovia, you see poverty written on the faces of young people.
Oh yes, I'm a witness.
Yes.
Right here.
Wow. To understand that, you just wish you could find a solution to their many problems. I will come to you. Diaspora Liberians, I will come to you. The role you ought to play. So, you find the anti-graft institutions going after what you call the low-hanging fruits. A man who embezzles government money in the tune of, say, 50 to 100,000 is left, and then you go after the man who took $500.
Yeah.
So what sense are you making to us? And the people just take us for a ride. And I have always said, one of the reasons why we've now reverted to the
something about Constitution. And when you called, you said the person in charge of Constitution, the person was not here. Am I right?
No.
Yeah, but we prior to this meeting, I already made it known. Yeah, I made it known to the Constitution chairman that we were not, even though it's on the agenda, but the actual work is not ready, and I think he's in agreement with that. So, we're not going to discuss that tonight.
Oh,
okay. Yes, Ray.
This hall, this professional environment, time is very important. I'm just kind of curious that the new delegation went to Philadelphia for the famous and brilliant celebration of Lula. Play a major role. And I haven't seen anything in the agenda of the updates of the Lula inaugural program in Philadelphia.
Thank you, Mr. Sen.
Just concern.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just going.
I understand that it was an oversight, and I've already been informed. Okay, and I was going to bring the gentleman on to speak before Mr. Ray came on. So we're going to have Mr. Keita come on and tell us, about what happened on March 26th, which was a great event. So thank you for point well taken. Mr. Keita, please, with all due respect, sir.
and due respect, not nice. All due respect, that's great. You see what? When I look on that list here, and I didn't see Yula report, I
decided to put by my text on so we can put fire here tonight. But the president commented and said, don't try. Is Mr. Freeman here?
No.
Is Mr. Pride here?
He said you were coming.
Okay.
I talked to him.
You want me to close the door here?
No.
Licany. See, when the people call me and say, Peter, you and Freeman Prayer did well. I said, no. It is cheap. Teamwork. For those who are Christian, for those who are Muslim, for those who are Buddhist, if you check in the Holy Book, it said that our God will always bless that nation. Amen. For one person, if you get together, our teamwork work. So this shows that indeed, if we come together in our domain, within our community here, believe me, we'll be one of the greatest. We've been before and we can. So give yourself a hand of applause. You see, you put a trust in us. You put us there. There's a final example for those who they put in power. When you elect us, let us know to work for you. And we did see. We work so assiduously to make sure that we can't indeed go up. And when they talk about up to 50 some more, and names of state coming, you let President call me and say, Mr. He said, Keita, it closed. I said, no, it can't close. You can't stay coming. Let my people come. And believe me, ULA is one of the greatest organizations, and you made ULA. You made ULA. If you don't believe it, you don't have enough call coming. ULA, the vice president is sitting down here. You don't have enough call. Just for us, we're doing well. But I will say something tonight before I carry on my last report. For all those that I may hurt somehow on the way, trying to save this organization to make it better, forgive me. But I know I didn't hurt nobody. But God is there because we are all sinners. And for all those that might have somehow touched me, which I know nobody ever touched me or disrespect me, we all forgive each other. And they'll go to each and every one of you tonight. Because for every one of us here, let us not be hypocrite. You call yourself Muslim. You call yourself Christian. You call yourself Jewish. You call yourself God-loving person. But yet stay. You do not communicate with your fellow man. That's wrong. If we can get together, because that day, Mr. President, give me a little time. When we got in the hall, that day, they didn't ask, who are you? Who is the Keita? Or this is Rebecca? No. They said, New York team. Yes. For God's sake, if we have anything here in the community that hurt anybody, fix it. Yes. Before you go out, fix it. I don't care what happened. We will fight for our unity pay. Now, back to Madison. During the time, thank you, Mr. President. During the time of we were fighting by all means to bring the election here, 2017. We tried our possible best. But before we do anything, we called the council chairman. He said, Keita, you're 2 and 1 get it. Mr. President, he said, hold it in. We fought. We got there. Every chapter we reach anybody, you don't want it in New York? Okay, we'll give it to you. Everybody. But a mistake we made, we did not put our name on the list prior to the ULA convention. And now, y'all forgive us, it was our fault. We should have done it from the beginning. 2018 was no match to us. You know what? I forgot. I'm on my knee. Mr. Jebo, yeah. Would you please? Please. Please, I beg you. Yeah. I know. This is a father, a mentor. Let's give him a mentor. I tell you, he sat in the background and let it work. You can sit up. Every 5 minutes, Keita, how far we gone? What are we doing? What's up with the transportation? I mean, for everything he came and gave me a chance. So now 12 o'clock midnight, he called me. You know, the only thing he says, You're a millennial man, you're not supposed to sleep. So thank you so much. You know, so 2018, we went for it. And we got 2018 convention. I told the council chairman and I told the president. It was accepted. So July 2018 convention will take place. But I just want to let the vice president know. The vice president called me on the phone and said, July 2018 is always done. I said, Mr. Vice President, July 20 said always done. We made it work. And we can do the 2018 better than ever before. So Licany, thank you so much for giving all the respect. We're here to work for you. You have my phone number. Please, don't hesitate. Call me. If you call me, I will answer your call anytime. You want me to come pick you up? I'm a taxi cab driver. I will come pick you up. Thank you so much, Mr. President. We appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
In Union Strong Success. Thank you. Mr. Keita, thank you so much. You know, we show up in numbers and we're well respected. That even the president of the union singled us out.
Wow.
He singled out Licany to say thank you to you guys. Everybody else was there, but we were singled out. And that was quite an honor. So,
Yeah, people are well dressed.
and they were, oh, God.
I call it an impressive New Yorker.
They dress, man. I'll let you dress.
Those days of paying $5. Like, I got $5. No, those days are gone. Because people pay money with no complaint whatsoever. And again, that was very impressive. And Keita, you put it together. You know, Mr. Jalo,
Yeah.
job well done. And to all of you who show up, kudos to all of you. We did it. And again, tonight is a repeat of what we started, in Philadelphia. And I'm very much sure that this is going to go on. This community is back. And it's not going to turn around. Thank you. Yes, Mr. William.
Can I say something towards the inauguration that we had in Philadelphia? It was a beautiful one. I must admit. If Mr. Wu can stand here today and tell you that the program was a success. Like today, I said before, I just came from jail. I was in jail today. I said, I got to go to the meeting before I go home. So, when I came in, I saw this group. It was very, I'm very amazed. And Keita and his crew had did a wonderful job. I drove from New York the same day, drove to Philadelphia, and I came out of St. Mike. Wow. They had to work the next day. So you see that commitment I made for that special program. In New York, I did a fantastic job. Oh man, the people were well dressed, well respectful. There was no grumble, there was no holla holla. Many men when they do holla holla.
As usual,
It was great. It was great. So can you tell your crew? Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes,
I want to, on my own behalf, to say thank you to the committee and to New Yorkers. One thing I want to say, Mr. President, we should be mindful about holidays. A lot of people have kind of shown up for that program, but it happened during the Easter weekend. Let us be mindful of that, please. Very, very mindful of that. Thank you very much.
yes, Keith.
At the point, Mr. President, when we are moving from one generation to another, we all mold our children to take our footsteps. This happened to be one of our children in the community here. If we let him slide, we're going to get 25 to 90. Slide. So, I beg you,
You want to represent him now?